It's Mel Dennis here for NRHA Oceania in the Spin, and I'm sitting here with Gary Carpenter. Gary is the commissioner for the NRHA and reports back to the board, so he's pretty much the head of NRHA for us.
Administratively, yes, and provide leadership to the staff and help the board work whatever direction they want to go or need to go. We work together to go there.
Gary, we've interviewed Sam also from the NRHA and had Sarah over at some of our Oceania shows. It's great to have the NRHA involvement in the sport of reining within Oceania and Australia. The support that you guys are giving us has been phenomenal. I know the guys up in Maryborough holding their show shortly have also raved about the support for NRHA. Tell us a little bit about how, I guess it's only a recent thing where you're really getting out to your members and out to your affiliates. Tell us about what the program is moving forward.
Well, we've all struggled with COVID, and that's limited our travel and limited our outreach. And you know, despite everything else we can do technology-wise now, there's nothing like face-to-face. So, you know, it's one thing to say we support you, we love you. It's another to show up. So we're trying to do that as much as we can within budgets, and also what they need in Queensland versus, you know, wherever else, Italy, are often two different things. So we want reining to be reining wherever it's held, but we also want to provide that structure and assistance so affiliates can grow whatever the best way for them to grow is. That's how we want them to grow.
Absolutely, and as you said, that face-to-face connection is very invaluable now with everybody so connected on the internet, which is great because, you know, we've had access to lots of people doing interviews on Zoom, which we never would have done before. Right. But being able to sit here, we're at Run for a Million 2022 right now, to be able to sit here face-to-face and do an interview is much better than doing it on Zoom.
Well, it's a lot more fun and you get more of a sense for the person, and you know, they can ask you one thing and you look in their eyes and think, is that really what they're asking or what? So no, it's great that we can do both.
Tell us a little bit about the NRHA, the setup with the board, the staffing, how it all works.
Well, we have representation from around the world. Our board is much smaller and more nimble. It's 21 now that are elected, and they're very passionate and focused. One good thing about COVID, it made us shed some of the extraneous things and focus on what's important, which is purses and entries and growth for whether it be us or whoever. The other thing this day and age, when you have just a juggernaut of an event like the Run for a Million, you know, that makes us look at our place and are we keeping place with our fraternity and our derby? And we've had amazing response from our sponsors. We're so fortunate. I mean, they almost struck us down. And so that makes it that much more responsibility for us to deliver on what they are. And our numbers are so good. The enthusiasm is there. And you know, there's lots of things that you can buy. But you come to an event like Run for a Million or our fraternity, you can't buy the energy. So I hope all your folks in Australia will come to the fraternity at some point in time because it really is. And I'm fortunate. I'm some would say spoiled. I've been to every major equine event in the world, all over the world. Kentucky Derby, Breeders' Cup, Arc de Triomphe, Olympics, World Equestrian Games, high school rodeo finals. I've been to all of them. And I'll put our fraternity with any of them. So.
Absolutely. And we had a big announcement at Run for the Million with Teton Ridge as well, Gary. Why don't you share a little bit of information on that?
Yeah, the American Performance Horseman, which is will be paired with the American Rodeo, which is only 7 or 8 years old, but it has shifted the landscape of rodeo. The NFR is still the NFR. It always will be. But the American Rodeo is, again, I'm spoiled. I've been to all of them. It is astounding. Just the magnitude of it, the crowd, the energy, the purses, the presentation. You know, I grew up, the town that I grew up in, the only elevator was the grain elevator, okay? So I know where this sport came from. It came from rodeo arenas, and with no Kaiser drag, we had a harrow, and we're happy to have it. So where we are now and where we're going, as far as elevating our sport, it has not been imaginable till now.
Oh, the last 5 years even phenomenal, with obviously Yellowstone and Run for a Million boosting up the presence.
Right. Yeah, and the event with featuring reining, cutting, and cow horse, we've never really leveraged our community, but there is a lot of community and a lot of camaraderie, and the riders, even though they may not know one another, they all come from the same place and the same background and ethos and work ethic and determination, and to put all that together will be I can't wait. Really can't wait.
It's certainly a date in March, I think it was.
Yeah, March 10th is the American Performance Horseman. March 11th will be the American Rodeo.
And the top five riders of each discipline. So on money earnings will be in that event too. So if it's another event to get over to America that the Aussies are looking to do, I think that's one to definitely lock into your calendar.
Yeah, that would be the first time it appears, it will be a fixture on the calendar.
Absolutely, it will. Gary, we know you're a pretty busy man here at the Run for a Million. Really appreciate your time to join us for In the Spin. Thank you so much, and I'm sure we'll see you again.
Thank you, Mel. I appreciate it, and look forward to seeing you again.